Hey guys, it's Marty and welcome to Two Lines Slot Cars. I think it's time. Yeah, it's time. It is now time to redo my layout. So this layout has been like this for about 3 months. We've put quite a few laps on it, but I think it's time to reconfigure. This reconfiguration might be one of the last ones we do. And I don't know, it might become the beginning of multiple changes. So this layout has been like this for about 3 or 4 months, pretty close, with just some few minor changes. But what we've discovered over the last few months of racing on this layout is there are a couple of trouble spots that are a problem for marshalling. When we built this track, we were still magnet racers. We raced digital all the time. That was our only option. And we raced magnets, so the track was built for magnets. But the other night, I was running some laps with a magnet car, and I was by myself. I was running digital. And I have to be honest with you, I was bored. Now, I wasn't running a race. I was just doing some practice laps. But I really didn't have to drive the car. I'm not dogging magnets. Just please do not misunderstand me. There is a time and a place for magnets. But we have discovered non-magnet racing, and I love it. It is a lot of fun. It really is teaching me how to become a better driver. I think what we're really doing is we're drawing a hard line between digital and analog racing. When we race analog, we're not racing magnets. When we race digital, I think because of all the other things that you do with a digital track, lane changing, pit stops, things like that, we will continue to do that with magnets in the car. A lot of times when we are doing that, we are racing with people who don't have a lot of experience. So the magnet cars really help them. We'll probably only race Carrera cars digitally now because I think that they're best suited for that on my track. But again, let's get back to this layout. So enough about how we're racing, but let's talk about the problems that we have with this present layout. Okay, guys, the first thing that we want to tackle is the high bank turn. As we do more and more no-mag racing, the high bank turn has become a problem. Not a huge problem, but it really is built for magnet racing. So we're transitioning to a lot more no-mag racing, a lot of analog racing, and it's not really working out for us. Number two thing that we will change is this hairpin. We're not getting rid of a hairpin. I think it's a challenging curve. I like it. It makes you have to drive a car, but we're kind of moving it. So it's going to be at the end of the front stretch with the new layout. So that is not really a problem, but it is problem number two, the hairpin. All right, problem number three with this present layout. As much as I love this layout, it has places that are difficult to marshal. So we have the hairpin and the high bank. We have to do some marshaling there. But we have one bridge, two bridges, three bridges. So 1, 2, 3. Those are all problem areas. We tend to go off underneath this bridge all the time. It's a tough turn. It's a blind you can't see. And because of that, you tend to overdrive, just come into it with too much speed, and we are out of the slot there a lot. It's very difficult. The other thing that we're running into is we've got a little hitch in the track right here. Okay, this little hitch right here is another problem. My thunder slot, every time I come through there, that little hitch knocks me out of the slot into the other slot, and I become a rider in the other slot. No good. So the new layout, we're eliminating a hitch like that. Those will be S turns across the across the layout. Elevation of this turn is another issue. So how that's elevated in the middle of the track, it's a fun turn. We actually all love that turn. But when you are on this other end, where John Mark usually is, look what you can't see. There are 2 full turns down there that you can't see. So we're fixing that problem too. All right, guys, don't misunderstand me. This layout is fantastic. I really have enjoyed it, but I think it's time to move on. So let's check out the new layout. So guys, those are some of the problems that I see with the present layout. And so I've been working with a new friend, Jamie. Jamie we met through CincySlots and the guys from CincySlots. And Jamie has been a big help. Jamie sent me some ideas a couple weeks ago using the Softibon planner app online. I rebuilt them and started manipulating them. I have a pole to deal with, so I've got to really make sure that that pole in the middle doesn't interfere with the layout. So I have to be careful with that. I've got a corner cut off so that we can easily get back behind the table. I have to deal with that. So I've got to watch that corner. We've raced on a couple of layouts here recently, CincySlots, and then Bruce, who owns CincySlots, his home track, which is a 4-lane track. I was really tempted to build a 4-lane after running on that. Really, really tempted. But I think if we went 4-lane, I'm not sure I would do digital. But I would want the analog for 4-lane, and I'm not really set up to do that. So we're going to stick with 2-lane for now because it is 2 lines, right? Anyway, so I think that what I'm looking for is something similar to what we're running on. Something that when we run analog is probably adding a little more technical parts to the layout in this new layout design, mostly because I think that's what we're ready for. Don't get me wrong. A long straightaway where you can really open up the car is a lot of fun. This present layout has like 4 of them, 4 pretty long, pretty easy places to drive. And then you have so much speed that when you get to the turn, it really makes the turns a lot more difficult. And I don't know that that's what we're looking for. I think we want some more S-turns and some more technical pieces to the layout. Let's talk about the new layout. We really like CincySlots layout, but his table is shorter and wider than my table, and I don't want to change my table. We're going to stay with 24 feet long by 8 feet wide, 732 centimeters long, 244 centimeters wide. But there's one turn in particular that I really like at CincySlots, and so I've incorporated that turn into the left-hand side. It's just this big swooping S-turn into some quick S's going back across the layout. The backstretch is going to be the longest straightaway because it's pretty easy to marshal. And what I've tried to do is put the turns in places where we presently stand to race. I like to be in the middle by the control unit just because I feel like I'm the one that's usually managing that and changing people's cars in the Smart Race system. John Mark tends to be at the end of the table on the far end. He likes to set up there. He sits on a stool and can kind of oversee and take care of the cars that come off in the high bank. So there will still be an opportunity to do some marshaling on that corner. So he'll be set up over there. Dusty tends to be in kind of the upper right-hand corner of the layout, even sometimes along the back wall. And so that's where the bridge will be and kind of a tight turn coming back to the front stretch. So, and where the pit lane will be. So it has a similar flow to CincySlots. Feels a little like that, but it's not exactly the same. So one, we think maybe it'll help us with practice for CincySlots, but really I think that it creates a really nice layout for no mags. Let me know what you think. Putting the picture up right now as we speak. Let me know what you think. What do you like? What do you do not like? I've got some varying radius turns, some wide turns. I've got one pretty sharp section coming into the front stretch or coming out of the front stretch. We may try it. Now, we could make some slight changes to this as we build it, but on paper, this is, I think, the layout we're going to try. The other thing that I did think about doing is flip-flopping that the other direction because I do have to deal with that corner of the table that we've cut off to get to the back side of the layout. It would actually fit a little better in the upper left-hand corner if that was actually in the upper right-hand corner. But I don't love running that circuit in reverse. If I just flip the whole layout, don't really love it. So we're going to try it this way, see how it works, see what we like and we don't like about it, and then we'll go from there. So the layout's changing. Those are my ideas. The next video will be an update video of what we think of the layout. These are the new challenges for Two Lines Speedway here at Two Lines Slot Cars. I'm excited about the changes. Bruce at CincySlots really helped out with tracking down some of the track pieces that we need to make this new layout. So shout out to Bruce. Thanks for your help, Bruce, tracking down some parts for us, giving us a little discount. I was buying a bunch of stuff, so I really appreciate it. Saved me a few dollars. So thanks, man. So guys, if you're looking for anything when it comes to track parts, it comes to great selection of Carrera cars, great selection of all cars, a lot of NSR, a lot of slotted, Revo slots. If you're looking for a new slot car, go check out CincySlots.com. Bruce there and Josh, they do an awesome job of packing things up and getting it out in the mail pretty quick to you. They don't mess around. It's something you need. They do have some parts too. So if you need super tires for your car, they can take care of you there. They are a super tire dealer. So if you're looking for silicones, and we were really liking the super tires on the layout. So keep them clean. They're quick tire. We really like them. Don't forget about Bruce. Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate your help. Guys, if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell so you get notified anytime I put new content out there. I really appreciate all the things that, all the feedback that we're getting. It's been a great time. We've really enjoyed getting out and racing with some friends and someplace other than our own layout. That's the challenge. I think that's what makes you a better driver, is learning a new layout, trying to adapt, and that's fun. So we really enjoy that. Got some other news coming soon. Trying to put together a race locally with my sponsor, Rost Coffee. And so, yeah, don't forget, go to roastcoffee.com and use the coupon code 2LINES, all one word, TWOLINES, 2 lines, and you get 25% off your first order of coffee or coffee subscription. So that's a big savings, 25%. So go check it out if you're a coffee drinker. All right, guys, thanks. Have a great day, and go have some fun racing.